the Master Ippen said. The larger sutra speaks of abiding in the samadhis of emptiness, formlessness, and wishlessness. This is nothing other than the name. For ourselves, there can be no fulfilling the contemplations of formlessness and freedom from conceptualization, nor can we attain the realization of self-nature as pure and originally of no thought. Nevertheless, though we are the basest of ignorant beings, bound by our foolishness, when we wholeheartedly say the name, casting away body and mind, and simply entrusting ourselves to the primal vow, this in itself is the contemplation of self-nature as no thought. It is the realization of formlessness and freedom from conceptualization. The Meditation Sutra teaches this as spaciously and fully realizing great enlightenment and attaining insight into the birthlessness of all existence. When we have taken refuge in the name, there is no scantness of virtue. Taking refuge is the supreme virtue. It is practice of other power. Further, he said, it is totally impossible for foolish beings of shallow wisdom to distinguish evil and virtue. Kuya's explanation states, quote, the grave offenses of the sage change into the direct path to Buddhahood, while the sincere efforts of the foolish person, since they are in error, become acts that cause him to be born in the three low paths. Close quote. Thus, though the foolish person may think and act virtuous, it is evil to the sage. Though he may believe and act evil, it is virtuous to the wise. This is exceedingly fine and subtle. How should it be possible for us who are foolish and ignorant to discriminate between them? Obviously, the two paths of good and evil can hardly be the essential way of liberation for us. They teach merely that since we receive severe suffering when we commit wrongs and are born in agreeable circumstances when we accumulate merit, we should desist from evil and perform good. Thus, Shantao states, quote, say the Nembutsu without making an issue of the greatness or scarcity of your evil or good. Close quote. In short, you should single-heartedly say the name, without sifting through your evil and virtue, without holding to your own conceited wisdom, and without cherishing your life. Beyond this, there should be no deliberation whatever. Further, he said, the two paths of good and evil indicate the varieties of living beings. They are untrue and unreal. The name, by contrast, is Dharma, true and real, that embraces both the good and the evil. Further, Master Ippen said, mindedness is the road of birth and death. No mind is the city of nirvana. Parting from birth and death means to part from mind. Thus, the Pure Land is described as, quote, comprehended in no mind and known spontaneously, as without reliance on the effects of a single moment of deliberation, as without any trace of a mind of discrimination. One has been in birth and death from the point that dichotomous thinking arose. Hence, quote, the mind is the greatest enemy. It will blind you and deliver you to Yama, the king of hell. Further, he said, in practicing Buddha Dharma, there is direct treatment and treatment at a remove. Direct treatment refers to attaining right-mindedness at the point of death, in which one overturns false thinking and attains singleness of mind free of confusion. Treatment at a remove means that the person aspiring for enlightenment casts off every evil entanglement beforehand, so that not one remains.